Hello everyone, it's Miss Cromwell and I am back with this upcoming week's homework. This past week we've been learning a lot about equality, so balancing equations. And this specific homework page we did in class, but I wanted to give students some additional practice because it is something they are going to see on their test. It will be on their CSAs, it will be on SOLs. So just trying to help just kind of drill it into their head to help them out, right? So what I ask for students is, again, I always want show work. So they're going to be writing things in a variety of ways. So if we look over here, if I say 13 plus 5, well, what's 13 plus 5? I personally would stack it just to make it easier. 5 plus 3 is 8. 1 plus nothing is 1. Oh, it's 18. So I can write 18. I see equal, so I need this side to equal 18 as well. And your student can do this a variety of ways. Some students do well with subtracting, so taking that, subtracting it from the 6. Other students like to count up. They start 6, but they stop at 18. So I always tell students to use their fingers as they can. They can also use a number line. So I do not have a number line in front of me. But even if they don't have a number line, or I know a lot of students don't want to create a number line, I strongly suggest them kind of drawing their own. And again, I know they don't want to do a bunch of work, but this will help them get together. So if this is at 6, I'm going to start with 6 over here. We want to end at 18. And I'm just going to do some jumps, right? So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. And if I count my jumps, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 jumps. So I would know that 6 plus 12 is 18. Does 18 and 18 equal? Yes. So that is how we would get that correct. Okay. You will also see some where the first number is the one that's missing. So you would have to come on this side. Well, we have 5 plus 5. What's 5 plus 5? 5 plus 5 is 10. So we'll put 10 up here. And again, I have a blank and then I need to add 4. So again, it's up to them if they want to use a number line. Do they want to use their fingers and count up? Do they want to subtract? I know the subtraction way gets confusing for those who are, math might not be their thing. So I love using my fingers, especially if it's smaller numbers. So like this is only 10. I'm like, oh, I have 10 fingers, so this is great. So again, if I start at 4 and I count up, I could do 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh my goodness, see, I messed up. So I tell students, oh, I messed up. I went too far. I went to 11. So let me start again. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, how many fingers did I have to add? I added 6. So 6 plus 4. And then double check your work. 6 plus 4 is what? 6 plus 4 is 10. Is 10 equal to 10? Yes. Okay. So in the classwork, students, there was 3 aspects to every single problem. They had to get both of those correct and where the blank was correct. Okay. They're not always addition. As you can see in the next ones, there's subtraction on this side, addition on this side. So if your student is really struggling with this, I will highly, highly, highly recommend number lines. Okay. They can draw. I cannot provide them to them on tests, but they can always they can make their own. And then in class for right now, we're working and their name plate on their desks has a number line. So that's helpful. Because I could draw a number line. Let's see. So 6 plus 4, if I count, added those up, 6, and then 7, 8, 9, 10. And this side I need to get to 10, right? Because I want 10 to equal 10. So what do I have to subtract? So, if they want to do a number line, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, that's the number I needed. So if I start at 12, I need to get to 10. So 12, 11, 10. Oh, look, I'm already at 10. Well, how many jumps did I have to do? 1, 2. So that's what goes here. 12 minus 2 is 10. The number line method is one of my favorites, and that is going to be something students will be working on a lot so they feel comfortable with it. All right, let's go to the back. The back is Tuesday and Wednesday. Tuesday and Wednesday. We are doing a lot of adding and subtracting, growing and shrinking numbers. And a lot of students are they're doing great with adding and subtracting, but as far as when it comes to regrouping is where we're having our problems. So definitely be working with your kiddo on that. In second grade, they had to be able to add and subtract 2-digit numbers. In third grade, they need to be able to add and subtract numbers up until 1,000. So if I look, I have 5 plus 8. Again, they need to use their fingers, but just tell them to double check. Okay, so 5 plus 8 would be 13. So 5 and then 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Put a 3, carry the 1. I have 1 plus 4 is 5. 5 plus 1 is 6. 3 plus 2 is 5. There's my answer. And I showed my work. Okay, so if you need to carry numbers, they have got to show that. I have a lot of kiddos in the class, and they're like, oh, I did it in my head. Unfortunately, you need to show your work. Okay, so it's not going to roll. B, we have 726 plus 133. Students should never try to solve them like that. They will see it on a test like this, but they should always go back and stack. So 726 plus 133. 6 plus 3 is 9. 2 plus 3 is 5. 7 plus 1 is 8. So they should have 859. C is find the sum of 632 and 73. Ask your student, what does sum mean? That is a vocabulary word. They will see it all year long. One of many. Sum means addition. They are adding. So they are going to do 632 plus 73. The 7 is in the tens place, so they need to be very careful of how they line this up in order to get the correct number, because if they just put it under the 6, then that's in the 100 spot and they will get the wrong answer. 2 plus 3 is 5. 3 plus 7 is 10. So I put a 0, carry the 1. 6 plus 1 is 7. Okay. Down here, fill in the missing digits. This one is for those higher levels thinking, and this is what we're working towards. But this type of problem is very, very difficult for a lot of students. Okay, because we don't know what this number is, but we know this one. But we have to find the answer. So they will see things like this on the test, and all the other things we do in third grade. So if we know we need 7, and we know we have 4, what number can we add to 4 to get to 7? I suggest using your fingers. 4, 5, 6, 7. How many fingers did you put up? Oh, I put 3. Oh, 3 plus 4 is 7. Okay. If I have a 9 here, a blank, but I need to have a 0. If there's a 0 here, that means that has to be a 10, right? Because if that's 9, there's no way we can go down if it's an addition problem. So I would put a 1 here, because if we know there's a 0, that means that's going to be a 10. So there should be a 1 up there. That shows 10. And then 1 plus 9 would be 10. So 1 plus 6 is 7. 7 plus 2 is 9. And I just remembered that I forgot these 2 word problems. Word problems are incredibly hard for our students who struggle with reading. and unfortunately, I cannot read anything on their math or reading tests. So if your kiddos if reading is very hard, you have got to really be working with your kiddos. For E, it says a grocery store sold 419 loaves of white bread and 252 loaves of wheat bread. How many loaves were sold in all? So we're going to ask your student, are we adding or subtracting? And whatever they tell you, do not tell them just right or wrong. Ask them why. Ask them how do they know. Your student should say that this is an addition problem or you're going to add. If you ask them why, how do you know that? They're saying because we're asking how many loaves are in all. So we need to add because we need to know how many total. So if I stack them, because I have to show my work, I have to make sure they're put in order. We had a few students come in school with calculators. Calculators cannot be used in 3rd grade. So if your student is using a calculator at home, I promise you they're not going to be able to do this at school without one. Okay? Please do not give them a calculator. Please do not allow the calculator to be used. Because I need them to show their work. And if there's no show work, I'm going to say you probably used a calculator. So if they read this and they didn't write anything and just wrote an answer, I can promise you that they used a calculator, and it's going to be tough for them. So we showed our work. 9 plus 2 is 11. So I put a 1, carry the other. 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 plus 5 is 7. And then 4 plus 2 is 6. So my answer is 671. So that is how we do with both. On the back is all about subtraction. Okay? I'm not going to do all of these with you because y'all should feel like you guys know how to do this. I'll look at A. We have 382 minus 69. Ask your student, what does this sign mean? They should tell you something like subtraction or take away. So if I look in my ones place, I have a 2. And if I only have 2, can I take away 9? And the answer is no. If your student's having a hard time with this, go get M&Ms or Cheerios or something you have at your house already. And give them 2. Hand 2 to your student and then say, all right, give me 9. And they're going to see real quick, oh, well, I can't give you 9. I'm going to ask why. Why can you not give me 9? And you're going to say, because there's not enough. So you have to borrow. So the students, I always ask them, I don't have enough. Who do I ask? And they always say, ask your neighbor. So we're going to ask the neighbor. So if we take 1 from the neighbor, that 8 will become a 7. And they're going to put the 1 directly in front. Okay? Our higher level thinkers are going to be able to realize like we're taking a rod from this, which is worth 10. So we're actually adding 10. However, that is a very advanced thinking. Your student more than likely will be able to do that by the end of the year. But there are very few students that are able to do it this early in the year. Okay. So I don't want you to be like thinking I'm saying that your student's not high thinking. I'm not saying that. But I just don't want you to wonder, why are you not telling my student, we're moving 10? It comes with the process. As their brains grow and they develop, they will understand these concepts way better. Okay, so we took 1 from the 8. We got a 7. We put the 1 directly in front of the 2. Well, now what number do we have? We have a 12. 12 minus 9 is 3. If they don't know that 12 minus 9 is 3, make a number line. I will go to 12 since that is our biggest number right now. So we start with 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, we have 12, and it says to subtract 9. So 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Where did I stop? I stopped at the 3, and that's where I got a 3. 7 minus 6, you can use your fingers, do a number line. whatever makes their heart happy. 7 minus 6 is 1. 3 minus nothing is still 3. Okay. The one right under says subtract 86 from 555. Remind your students, because we're going to see a lot of students wanting to go like this. And tell them, no, you can't do that. With subtraction, the larger number always comes first. So what is our larger number? It is 555. We're going to subtract 86. But look, that 8 is in the tens place, so I need to put it in the correct spot. We have 5 minus 6. Oh no, I can't take 6 away from 5. So I have to do what? I have to borrow. So that 5 would become a 4. And we put a 1 directly right there. So now that 5 became a 15. What's 15 minus 6? Well, I don't know. Draw a number line. I'll draw it down here. So I need to go up to 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We got 15, we're going to take away 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 15 minus 6 is 9. So now I have a 4. Can I take away 8? 4 minus 8? No. What do we got to do? We got to borrow. This 5 becomes a 4. That 4 becomes a 14 because I put the 1 on top. All right? And then 14 minus 8. So if they want to use the same number line, great. They should be using pencils, so you should be able to erase. Again, I use pen in the videos so you can see it better. But, I have handy dandy crayon, so I'm just going to do it here. So if I started, if I'm here, I'm doing 14 minus 8. 14 minus 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 14 minus 8 is 6. 4 minus nothing is 4. So that number line will come in handy. Down here for the word problem, a pet shop had 250 goldfish. They sold 90 of them. How many goldfish do they have left? Ask your student, what are we doing? And how do you know? They should be saying they're subtracting. They're taking away. How do we know? Because we're asking how many do they have left? So what remains? And another key word is sold. So if I sold something, I no longer have it. So what two numbers are we going to use? We're going to use 250. We're going to subtract 90. 0 minus 0 is 0. 5 minus 9 you cannot do because the 5 is smaller. So I'm going to borrow. The 2 will become a 1. I'll put the other one right there. So now I have 15 minus 9. Make another number line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So if I'm at 15, and I'm going to take away 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 15 minus 9 is 6. 1 minus nothing is 1. So just let your kiddos know, please draw a number line. Okay, that are fingers, but if they choose to use their fingers, they need to be double counting because a lot of students make errors that way. Of course, what comes next is the reading. It is the same type of reading we've been doing the whole school year. Okay, gives you a short passage, gives you 5 comprehension questions. Students need to be doing these in complete sentences, and students need to be annotating. So that means underlining in the passage where they found their answer. I don't care if it's in these colors or if it's just in pencil, but I should see, they went to the passage to find their answer. If your student really wants to use the colors, I had a student was like, I can't do this because I don't have crayons. And even though I tell them they can do it in pencil, but let me know. I can send home those specific crayons. You can just keep them. red, orange, yellow, blue, and green. Sometimes you don't need all 5, but those 5 colors I can put in a baggie, and I'll instruct your student to put them in their backpack so they have them, and hopefully that helps. If anyone has any questions, concerns, advice, anything, please reach out. Okay, I am here for you and your students. And yeah, just let me know if you need me for anything. Have a great afternoon, and I'll see y'all soon.